Hello, welcome. This is CS1941. Today we are going to talk about the sessho seki, which is also called the killing stone. The breakage of this stone at 5th March 2022. Many people shocked when they knew the killing stone split into half because this is not an ordinary stone. According to the legends, this is the incarnation of nine-tailed fox. So now people are starting to guess. Is it true that the nine-tailed fox really succeed in breaking out the seal? The incident caused local netizens spark a very heated discussion in Japan. The killing stone located at the east of Tokyo 100 meters. It is a place called Tochigi Prefecture. It is a very beautiful place with beautiful scenery. The killing stone is also a very famous tourist spot which attracts people from the world for a long time. On March 5th, the stone turned into two halves and cracked open. There was no natural disaster or earthquake. And even the shiminawa, the rope that was originally wrapped, was broken. Shiminawa are lengths of lead rice straw or hemp rope used for ritual purification in Shinto religion. It enhanced by the priests of Shinto religions every year because people believe since ancient time this stone would kill any living creature nearby. In the legend, it is incarnation of the nine-tailed fox. In Japan, there are three major monsters. The first is the nine-tailed fox. The second is the Sultan Tongji. The third is the large tengu. If you have any contact with Japanese culture, these three kinds of monsters are hard knowledge. Where did nine-tailed fox come from? The nine-tailed fox was not born in Japan, but from China. It has been practicing witchcraft for 3,000 years. At the beginning, it was a small fox spirit hidden in the old China capital, which was the capital of Shan Dynasty. The first time it took human form, it was the concubine of King Zhao called Danji. In the end, the king lost his kingdom because the king brought a region of terror that led to rebellion. So it fled to Magadha of Tenzu, which is India, and became Lady Kayo, who is the concubine of Crown Prince Banzuku, and it led to the prince cut off the heads of 1,000 men. Then the Prince Banzuku was defeated, so it left India again and returned to China. Until the Tang Dynasty era, the Tang of Japan had a very close relationship with the Tang Dynasty. A Japan ambassador called Kibino Makibi was returning from China to Japan. The result, the nine-tailed fox hid inside the Kibino Makibis, traveling back and followed him back to Japan. And he continued to practice witchcraft in Japan for hundreds of years. And then one day he disguised it as a poor girl. It was adopted by the enthusiastic samurai family couple. Until one day, her human form grew to 18 years old and made by Emperor Tuba, who seeing the human form of nine-tailed fox, immediately praised it as the most beautiful and intelligent woman in the Japan. Emperor Tuba asked the samurai couple to give him the daughter to be his courtesan. The Emperor Tuba doted on the nine-tailed fox, and at that time it had a name called Tamamo no Mei, and began to start its evil plan and middle in politics of Japan from Steele's Emperor Tuba. One day, Emperor Tuba suddenly fell extremely ill and could not recover. Even all the most famous doctors in Japan could not cure him. No one knew what the reason was. The Omyoji nearby the Emperor Tuba felt very strange. In ancient times, the emperor was accompanied by a master of state who was responsible for diving the fortune of the country, who is called Omyoji. The Onmyojis at that time found something strange and recognized that the emperor was definitely not just simple illness. And this Onmyoji is called Anbe no Yasuchika. It also confirmed that the Tamamono Mei was responsible for the illness. At that time, Anbe no Yasuchika used the monster revealing mirror to look at Tamamono Mei and find that it was not a human being, but a very powerful false spirit. Tamamono Mei was scared and immediately transformed into a white face with golden fur, falls and disappeared. The emperor's illness could not be cured without catching these night-tailed fox. After searching for several days, Anbe no Yasuchika finally heard that there were many women and children disappearing for no reason in Tochigi Prefecture. He got up immediately and went to Tochigi Prefecture to catch the night-tailed fox. At that time, 80,000 soldiers were recruited to catch the night-tailed fox, and 2 generals were appointed, namely Katsusa no Suke and Miura no Suke. The army of 80,000 soldiers were led by Katsu no Suke, and Anbe no Yasuchika was the army commander. They went to Tochigi Prefecture with huge army, but failed immediately. The 80,000 soldiers were destroyed by Tamamono Mei. After retreat, Katsusa no Suke began to introspect on the reason why he failed. It turned out that it was a failure of close combat. The night-tailed fox movement is too fast. The close combat is useless against it, so he switched to using a bow and arrow to against it. The second time, Miura no Suke shot the fox's stomach with 2 arrows. At this time, Tamamono Mei was seriously wounded and could not move. Katsusa no Suke immediately used Kanata to cut off the head of the night-tailed fox. At this time, the night-tailed fox shot it, and then it did not die but transformed into a killing stone, sessho seki. All the animal and insect would die when they approached the stone, and people could get sick or even death if they too close to the stone. Since then, every year people wrap it with Shimanawa rope to seal the power of night-tailed fox inside sessho seki. Now scientists have proposed an explanation. The killing stone is actually a volcanic stone due to it is located in the vicinity of edge of the volcanic eruption. So it is often contained with hydrogen sulfide and sulfur dioxide, which is a toxic gas. So the animal and human would be poisoned if they approach too close to the area. But anyway, many people still believe that night-tailed fox broke out the seal. Maybe you will transform into a very beautiful woman, and we can see it in the near future. The legend will continue to live in people's heart. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe and click like.